Milladelphia Gates, East Coast have not for the back block, Philadelphia mascot, aka the damn guy. What? Damn. CRMG, VSPN. Either way, we win.
Yeah,
Got the
yeah.
got the guy. Got a films on here. Let the people know who you are.
Yes, sir. Jerome Upchurch, um, creative director, Gutter Films. Um,
Absolutely,
you know, doing my
and all
thing.
all that
I
good
mean,
stuff. You feel me? Yo, I got some questions for you, man. You know you're a busy guy, bro. I appreciate your time, but I'm trying to show you something. Oh, where's it? I'm trying to show you something to get us started. Because this is the origin. You know what I'm saying? What's
yeah.
going on in your mind around this time?
Oh man,
That should
around
say
that
Gutter Man
time,
at the bottom. You
that's
heard me?
crazy.
That's a
Yeah,
classic
that's
throwback.
a classic picture. Oh man, I mean, I was around like 12 around that time, but
Right.
I mean, I always like when I was like around 9, even 8, I was secretly doing music, and when they got exposed, not really exposed when they got to spit out their music within their family. That's when they took
I
off
think you
a
sound. I think
different.
you'll sound better. I think you'll sound better without the earphones in.
You think so?
Yeah. Take them out. See how it sound. Say something when you take them out.
Damn.
Yeah. Say something.
You hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
Way better. You said around that time, that's when you started. The music started getting exposed to the streets.
Yeah, so when it got exposed, that's when I had to take it to another level as far as like competing and stuff like that. But I was always in tune with just doing music, singing the oldies, doing karaoke in my house, you know.
Right.
So around that time, it became a point to when I had to publicize it to my demographic, and
Right.
mostly my demographic was into battle rap, and and I looked at it like a sport because I was into sports too, so I
Right.
didn't really take it offensive of things like words and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
I found it good as a sport, but I realized in it that everybody don't see it as that. You
Right.
know, we rapping passionately, and some people see it as disrespect. So that's the danger into it too when you publicize it into that demographic, being a part of something that I feel like I'm a part of because of the love and passion of the research and history I know about it, and throughout
Right.
the line of my family. So um, yeah, that's where I was at with it around that time.
So 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 you saying you started off making music through battle rap?
Um, not mostly, but I feel like once it got exposed that you're a rapper, and that
Mm-hmm.
it was like a big deal. So it was like, oh, you rap? Oh, let me hear something. Or bad on my man, this and that. So it was always the pressure.
Yeah. That's a
So
fact.
it was almost like, how dare you be a rapper? Who you think you is, and this and that. So you definitely got to come with it. Have your back against the wall. Got to had to battle myself out of a lot of hoods. You know, so
Right.
and it gains respect other than fighting. You know what I'm saying? In that sense. But
Right.
you know, and people get to know you, and so
So when did you make the transition to like want to make movies and drop the P off of Gutter? As you know, we all know you was P Gutter as a rapper. You dropped the P off and became Gutter Films. Like when did that transition happen?
I mean, when in my teenager, like my early teens, like my 13, 14, 15, when I was running around Kensington, um, at the studio, I had a camera
Right,
and I was filming people on the block, rapping, filming like us just running around in different hoods and getting interviews, just filming and filming. So and I didn't even think of it in that time, you know what I'm saying? So that was just like a bookie fast forwarding to when I transitioned to getting out of school when I went to Strawberry Mansion. So when I left Strawberry Mansion, I got into audio engineering. But
right,
I was already had my own studio. I had my own little room. I was going to Strawberry Mansion. I was doing recording studio artists and people in school. So I was always doing the craft, even with the tape recorders, by the speaker. I was always on it, as far as the technical side of it.
right. Anything that had to do with recording, video or audio.
Yeah.
Right,
So the video came later. It was like a sense that came to me later that was like kind of under my nose. Um, my father, he was into photography. He took a picture of Ice Cube and John Singleton, and he still got it framed up. And I remember like his tripod he had. I took his tripod and started filming movies with it, doing Corrupted Minds with it.
right, right,
And but I transition and I see the people's lives that uh in my neighborhood, um, they might have not have been. I wouldn't even say the best rapper, but I feel like people have their own ways of delivering things. You know what I'm saying? So
hmm,
either life story. So I'm just like not being a bug on the wall, but I'm narrating their life and actually being around them. And I'm just thinking like, you know, how about I just put everything in a series of things, So the people that I
right,
was involved with, I was always filming them. I was always documenting them. Um, and from negative to positive. You
right,
know, a kid nice, got like 10 and some years, and he was doing school tours. I was running around with him, taping him on the school tours. He was
right,
opening up, for big artists and stuff like that. So, um, and some other cats from this neighborhood, they took me around their neighborhoods, and they. Was just talking. So I'm just
right,
like all this in, and I'm just like, who am I not to be to create a story out of all this?
right, right. Why
So,
not?
and not only taking my life, but taking the stories that I'm, attaching to these people and these stories. So,
Right.
and I'm like, you know what? Everybody got a story.
Hmm.
So it's like when everybody got a story, that's like an unlimited supply of.
It's never ending. Facts.
Somebody come at me and say, "Hey, man, I want to be in a movie." I'll be like, "Yo, what's your story? Tell me something about yourself."
Right.
Because a lot of people believe their life is a movie and is a movie. But it's just like it's so many people, so you have to learn how to create it into an art form. So
Right,
everybody um, I see, and I see how they move. I see how they, you know what I'm saying? I talk to them. I know how they think as far as what they saying. I see how they move, and I'm writing, you know. I get to writing, and I take it from their perspective. I take it from mine. I take it from probably a poetic perspective. Um, I always wanted to do movies since a child, since seeing like movies with my father sneaking in the movie theaters.
right, right.
So,
So like coming from North Philly, right? And you see the competitive nature of hip hop, and like you said, everybody got a story. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to you making your music, like did you always like to talk about experiences from your life or other people's lives, or you just was imaginary? Like, how do you create your music from a real place or imaginary place, or both?
mm, I mean, the music when I first got into it, I wrote it just off of purity, you know, just the entertainment, you know, perspective of it. Um,
Right,
so and then in the later forms of it, I start developing more knowledge of it. I start trying to bring the science of it as far as like structure
right,
and songs and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's just for me now, especially now. It has to be from a surreal place. Um,
mhm,
and I was always just making little jingles and female jingles. I like to make a lot of girl songs, party songs. So I was staying like in my base, but I went out of my base, it was just like I wouldn't even say impressed. It was just like pride to fit in at the time of that basis of um,
right.
hardcore rap, and I
Yeah,
endured.
street orientated for sure, because
I,
that's what that was all that environment we came from. So it was like it was just mandatory to talk about what was going on around us. But like you said, that wasn't necessarily your drive from the beginning, right?
yeah, so it was just like I was around it. Um, Definitely, people that I was around. I was like, damn, man, I wish I could be like them cats. They so just ruthless and living life as a rebel. But
Right.
I kind of just look at them cats and I see them now, and everybody burnt themselves out. But I say that to say this: it was just like whatever you speak out is real. You
Exactly.
go in that portal because I went through a time that I was doing gangster rap, and through this time of me doing gangster rap, um, it summoned a lot of demons that I had to deal with in a form or fashion of being street smart, so and how hip hop can sort of spill into real life, but it's like you what you signing up for is your own sacrifice, you
Right.
know,
Right.
sacrificing
That's a
the
fact.
saying. So it's just like if I choose to get on this mic and influence a bad influence, and then somebody come at me like, "Hey man, you that bull P gutter?" No, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like
Real
energy
rap.
like
You
comes,
attract what you put out.
and now the energy I track. Somebody just pulled up on me yesterday, just jumped out the car. Hey man, I ain't no superstar. I still walk out on the street.
Mhm.
was like, okay, but it wasn't no bad energy because
Right.
I'm, you know what I'm saying, putting out bad energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
be mindful of what you're putting out nowadays. Real rap.
versus if I was, you know, and then, putting out gangster music, I'm not saying there's a stigma of like, that's what come of it, but it's like a proven fact. That's the end result. And that notion,
Right.
I'm saying, as far as getting to that highest height of is the result. So I
Like what?
chose to be real to myself, not to be real to what people like and what people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even care if you think this is corny. I'm doing this for myself.
Exactly. Exactly. But on the film side of things, like what? How many films have you made?
Films, I think in my head, the first number that come up is 20.
Right.
20, because, you gotta understand, because see, when I went into the transition from music to movies from 2014, I did the TV series, and then from there, I went on a tour, a state-to-state tour, doing videos in every state. So I landed a job in Oklahoma, and then I started doing a documentary for some tigers, and that wound up being placed on Netflix. And I came back home to Philly, um, and I started knocking out movies um, with good authors out there in Philly. Solid good authors here in Philly that I got with, um, and put a lot of work together as far as associations. Um,
Right.
it was very good collaborations. Real good work. You can check it out now. But besides that, as far as myself, yeah, I have one film, one feature film.
Right. But you have been like, associated with 20 others. Right. So your feature film is Corrupted Minds, and that's on Tubi.
Yeah, that's on Tubi right now.
Right.
Uh, part two is in loading. Um, Also working on another film called Grass is Greener. Uh, so I'm basically like, I'm not getting too hooked up on like the timing on things. I just want to do the movies, get it all done, and then put it all out. You know,
Right.
I got the momentum to do it. Uh, I just want to get it all done because once it's done, it's done. I put it out. We have our premieres and stuff like that. That's the fun part. But
I
yeah,
want to know. I want to know like your favorite, like your top three movies
my top three favorite movies is top three is
that motivated you, like to really do this. Like either way, just your favorite movie or movie.
Malcolm X. Malcolm X. I'll even say Batman. I put
Right.
Batman, the one with Jack Nicholson in
Right. The original one is the best one. Michael Keaton, I believe.
it. Yeah. Um, I'm at to dig deep. I'm at to say the Mac.
I like all three of them. I knew that was going to surprise me because I was like, I never asked you that before. You know what I'm saying? People don't know that we blood cousins and we grew up together. That's why I wanted to do this interview because there's a lot of things that I never asked you before that I'm trying to touch on in this interview. You know what I'm saying? And that makes so much sense when you say those three movies. Like, that's crazy. Batman, Malcolm X, and the Mac. Yo. Like what about your favorite directors?
Favorite directors. I'm gonna have to go with
I know this answer already, but I had to ask for the people that don't know. You know what I'm saying?
um three. My top three will be I'm gonna go with Spike Lee.
What?
And my
My guy.
second one off the Quentin Tarantino.
Absolutely.
Um my third, oh man, I would just have to honorably I would have to put John Singleton.
Woo.
But I have
Yup.
much respect for what Jamal Hill has done, being from Philly.
Right. Right.
The first Philly movie I ever seen that you actually had me watch.
Um, um, Money, Power, Respect. I ain't even know Jamal Hill made that. That's crazy. Yup. Still my favorite Philly produced movie besides what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? That inspired it. Like you said, I didn't know. I was just enjoying DVDs at the time. You know, we used to buy DVDs off the bootleg man, but I
Yeah,
didn't know that was going to be such of a inspiration in our life. And I didn't
right.
know Jamal Hill made it. That's deep.
Yeah,
Wow.
he doing Iron Man films and all types of stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm sure it's more. I mean, yeah, but in the
Yeah,
other,
for sure. But it ain't nothing like the stuff that stick right to your psyche. You know what I mean? That come right to the top of your head when you think about it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you another picture, and I want to know what this did to you. What inspired you with this moment? This was at a fight with my brother Malik Scott, which is your cousin, if people don't know, and you was at the fight. What
uh,
does that do to like? How does that influence your life? Being
yeah,
raised around a heavyweight boxer. I threw you off with that.
he's
That's a
the
classic picture, right? I got the pups over here. I got the classics. Damn. They don't know that. They don't know that gutter.
I mean,
You feel
growing up,
me?
growing up with a cousin that fight, man, it was it was a hell of a blessing and a learning experience. And it was, I feel like the mentorship and fatherism in it as well for me. Um, because you gotta understand, like being a fighter and then moving, you gotta move a certain way. Um, your responsibility is way larger on a larger scale. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um,
The
I
other forms of entertainment.
yeah, I endure how cuz carried itself. Um, being growing up in the city with him, and it I wouldn't say it forced, but it naturally made me carry myself the same way, you know.
Right.
And
Well,
and even with anything like with sports, anything that you do, you want to master your craft. So that's why I always learned my angles from cuz like he's so unorthodox and he always keep on angles. So even with my shots, there's always a different angle you can hit one subject with, you know. So
right.
he just learned me. He taught me just not being one dimensional, you know. So that's when I learned.
Mm-hmm. Put all your eggs in one basket. Absolutely. Now I'm gonna show you another picture. Classic inspiration, right? Who who is this? Who is this to you as far as your career and just who's this naturally in your family? Let the people know.
Crazy. That's
Yo,
my
man, like
That's 1800, 1800. Um, Grant
Rat
Street.
Street.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
D. Who is JB? Who is my uncle JB? Yeah,
Right.
we damn near twins, man. But yeah, we grew up together in North Philly doing. We actually was doing music together. Um,
Right.
and we used to go around battling cats down Kensington, and he was very important. He was very a good support. Uh, but he was key on staying safe in Philly as far as like me doing music. He knew it was dangerous, and he was
Right.
always
Right.
trying to low profile, like, yo, man, you just too loud, man. Like,
Keep it cool.
yeah, keep it cool. But he definitely supported me. He was doing clothing parties, and and I was grasping the concept of when he was doing his clothing parties. Meek Mill at the time was doing his parties, and
Right.
JB was already in the ball with this thing, making 2,000 a night. I so happened to come out. He had a clothing line called Royal Black,
Oh
and
yeah.
yeah,
Royal
um,
Black was classic.
I even put on my music video. But I came down there because I was back and forth, but yeah, he was always into music, like with me, but he knew the danger in it. But yeah, man, that's my heart right there, man. Definitely
Right.
was. Hmm.
Like we all like is in our blood to move discreet, and he's the most discreet out of all of us. It's crazy because he's the youngest for real. Ain't he younger than you?
Yeah, about a little bit. We always argue about that, who's older, and but
Like
yeah,
I got an uncle. We got uncles that's younger than us. That show you how much of a Rolling Stone our grandfather was. Right. Jerome Upchurch the first, and you're the third.
yeah,
Right. So that's a deep history too. That part, like people don't know that part. But what about like you just spoke on it a little bit? You went to high school with Meek Mills.
yeah. The thing is, I didn't know who he was, because you gotta understand, I went out in the suburbs for like a year and some change, like 2 years. Um, but I left in the middle of 10th or 11th,
Right,
and,
right in the middle of high school.
it was real abrupt. I was playing football, and after I got injured, my grades was flopping a little bit. Not saying I couldn't pick them back up, but it was just like I wanted to go back to the city. Like I don't know what it was. Like I was calling to go back to the city. So I
Right.
told my father like, "Hey, you want to go back to the city?" So he lined me up back in up Story Mansion where Uncle JB was going, and so I'm there, and I got a chip on my shoulder. I got a laptop. I got cousins that rap. You know, and I'm like, yo, who rapping around this? Who rapping? I'm asking questions.
We here.
So this girl, I think her name was like Amanda, girl in Mansion, one of the classmates, and I asked her who all rapped in the school. So she gave me a whole list. She wrote a whole list down for me.
That's
Uh,
crazy.
then I think at the end of the list was Meek Mill name, but it was like Gats, Slugs, all these names.
Yeah.
The whole area was called Land of the Lost. So,
Hmm.
so I got all this information from her, and I had a studio at the time, in the room I was staying at. Um, so I went to school with a CD. I'm barking up a tree, not knowing who Meek Mills is. So they like, yo, man, you all right, but you ain't messing with me. But I'm not really the the rapper. I'm really trying to showcase my cousins, but my cousins don't go to the school. I do.
Right.
So
Right.
so I'm in there like, man, all right, well, let me hear some. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm spitting in the lunchroom. Everybody crowding me and stuff. So they got the phones near my face and so I leave school. School's over. It's right after school, and I always just see me in a let out, um, just out there. You know,
Right.
I see Young Bob. He'll be passing out flyers to the parties and stuff like that. So I don't actually, I don't know if he graduated or he dropped out, but
Right.
it's just definitely just around, and I didn't know who he was. So, and everybody was blown, like
About you not knowing. Right.
knowing. So, so I'm like, yeah, I don't know who he is. He ain't fucking with me. He ain't fucking with my cousins. Da da da. You know, I'm barking up a tree. So,
It's crazy.
so I think I battled somebody in a lunchroom, and then after that, that's when, yeah, that's when everything exploded. As far as when I left the school, um, the guy that I was in the classroom with, my boy Dooley, he's like, "Yo, my man right here." So I turn around, Meek is staring at me like he want to battle, and I'm just like, and so I kind of just weaved it off like, yeah, I ain't on that right now. I'm out of school. I'm walking home, But yeah, he definitely approached me, tried to battle me, just because of I was just defending myself. You know what I'm saying? So,
I
you
want to.
know,
She just said something in the comments. Shorty just said something in the comments. I want to shed light on. She said he came out to G Town, let out all the time. Okay, we're from North Philly. My uncle just happened to have houses out Germantown. So when they come out Germantown history, that was always parallel to going on
who
while we
was
was being raised in North Philly. It don't matter. It's just about the history. It don't matter. We'll find out who it is later. But I'm just letting her know. You know what I'm saying? The whole time while we had houses in Germantown, our origin is North Philly. Like that's where we was raised at. So we branched out in different parts of Philly to get away from
I know,
the harsh realities of North for real,
bro,
for
I
real.
never to
It was up and through North Philly. It was the same thing. Like Germantown and North Philly is right next to each other.
yeah,
So you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I ain't go to Germantown High.
At all.
But I did play for the Mountaineer Band.
Real rap though. Real rap. You want to
We
hear some Germantown history? We got a lot of Germantown history too.
we could get to it, you know what I'm saying, but I mean, it's one thing, like I don't call it like people don't have knowledge of things. I don't call it trolling. It's just they don't understand. So it's just like we got all
That's
the
what I'm
time.
saying. She not trolling. She just inquiring.
Yeah, she just want to know, but we got all the time for everybody to know everything because
What?
is this bloodline is deep, man, and it's just a beautiful thing, because our families bleed out through the whole city from west.
Right.
I wouldn't say northeast. I'm not gonna say all that. I don't know. But through
Not that I
west,
know of.
through west, south, north. But as far as origin and background, yeah, west side and north. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
but as
I'm gonna
far
put
as
another picture up. Put another picture up of you and this guy. I want you to let people know who is this guy. You know what I'm
Lil,
saying?
Lil,
It's classic.
yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
What's like what did he bring to the table in your life?
Oh man, right. I think right in the transition of when I stopped doing music on tape cassettes, because it really was a secret until my cousin Mill came about.
So I
And
let the cat out the bag.
yeah, so it's like,
I
um,
ain't know that.
yeah. So once it got exposed, like as far as a little what I knew of it, he took it to another level as far as getting me to master whatever craft I was trying to build into. So seeing him do it at a high caliber, that's why, even jump cutting, going back to the mansion story, on the
Right,
fourth, say, hey, my cousin's rap. You know what I'm saying? I was a true believer in craft and I wasn't like delusional. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? But it's like when I see my cousin do it and the music he was actually making, the storylines, the topics, it wasn't like freestyling. Because now you call freestyle like a rap that's just a belligerent of every style that you put in. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
having uh Mill having actual concepts, topics, heartfelt music, it made me want to have that too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As
I
far as,
appreciate that, man.
yeah, and it was also good for it was good for my conscience at the time. I needed it. I was going through a break of my time that was just like trying to figure myself out, you know. And I feel as though
Yeah.
like when I met Cuz, he just made me open the portal out more to like let it out. It's like, man, you holding all this shit in, like you need to let that shit out.
Get that shit out. Right. Creatively. That's crazy. I never knew that. I knew this interview was going to do this to me. Don't make me cry. This was like that's some real shit. But it's crazy you say that. 'Cause you inspired me. I stumbled over this thing, and I've been acting crazy with this thing, being inspired by my little cuz and what he doing with the camera. So it's like I never thought that everywhere I go now I've been taking pictures, and people keep hitting me up. Like it might be a business for me soon because they just like, yo, we like your pictures and all that. So I might gotta invest in a better camera because I just stumbled over that camera. You know what I'm saying? I bought that joint for $20 off some
Also,
kid on the street. So I'm like, maybe I need to take this a little bit more serious.
shout out to Young Pooh from Nicetown. All right, he bought me a camera. He
Right.
said, "Yo, good, I'm gonna give you a camera, blah." And right at the time I got it, I was using that joint, man. I was shooting so
Right.
much, man. I lost a lot of it. I lost so much footage. I remember this footage I shot of young Chris down Nicetown.
Mm.
He was giving me like hood documentaries of the old.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. There's a lot of people I shot like even like Jimmy Wall Street. Um, Jimmy Wall Street he was fun shooting. Um, even Quilly was fun shooting because he just likes to talk. He's always talking. You know,
Right.
whenever I didn't like to talk so much. Um, oh yeah, even Kid Boss. You know,
Right.
representing Wayne Ave and him doing his thing. It was aspiring. You know, um,
Absolutely.
it's definitely seeing people because he's actually from that area. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna call myself a guest, like you know what I'm saying, because we stomped around here for a while. But as far as our origin and family, like family that we can, it's from the north side. You know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
as far
What
as
about you just made me think about you your history when you said you shot a lot of people, not violently with the camera. Um, You made me think about Tommy Hill. Like, tell them about your history with Tommy before he passed away. Rest in peace.
Tommy. Um, man. Oh yeah. Yeah, Tommy, man, he was interesting, man. Cause I was just doing a documentary on him. They paid me to do a documentary, filming him.
Right.
So we did some cool business, just documenting some things, and he was just at the time that I got with him, he was just tied up in too much stuff to really to have something successful come out that situation, and it was just unfortunate. But and his legacy lives on. I hear people out there make movies about him, and I
Hmm.
um, definitely seeing his notion of what he did in the city and who he did stuff for. Um, but as far as like his name and stuff like that, and everywhere else, I don't know nothing about. But as
Right.
far as what he was trying to do for entertainment of Philly, representing,
Yeah, you just had met him in his last days. Like, he was probably like the last camera he was on.
yeah, yeah. So they hit me up when he passed to get the last footage and stuff. They paid me a couple of dollars for that, and um,
Right.
just kept it moving. But it's just unfortunate that especially in Philly, that people even going out like that. Even with the street stuff. When you stepping into it and losing your life due to street things or something that's going on in the streets, it's just real unfortunate. And
Yeah, speaking of that right there, like, what's one thing that you would like to say to the youth?
one thing for the youth, think with your own mind. Peer pressure um, is very major, definitely in the demographic of low life of mentality. Um, you have to not become a victim of the society that you're growing up from. Like, grow from it.
Hmm.
Um, and being young is not. There's nothing wrong with being young. People want to grow up so fast. Just take your
Right.
time. You know what I'm saying? And that's what tell the younger version of me. I was trying to grow
That was
up.
my next question. What would you tell your younger self? That's crazy.
I was, trying to grow up too fast, slow down. You know, you got time. You don't got to burn yourself out. Balance yourself. You're not missing
Right.
any. Everything under the sun and moon was done before. You know, so it's just
Absolutely.
yeah.
Are you interested in acting yourself?
Acting. I actually went. I was doing stage acting when I was younger. Um, I did it for like a nice little couple weeks. I got the gist of it, and I kind of like, I don't know, I'm weird like that. Like even when I was doing karate, I did it for a couple months, and once I got the gist of it,
Yeah.
um, I don't know. I just like when it's not when it's not a challenge to me, uh, you know, I just fall off of
Real rap. Like, what about who your top five favorite actors?
it. Actors, um,
Yeah.
top five. Wow. Ooh, excuse me. Um, I don't know. I'll be having different top fives all the time. It's like when I want to go into a different spectrum as far as the feeling. like I like fill actors, method actors. So definitely like
Mhm.
probably Denzel was definitely top. But I realized um even Bruce Willis. Um, but it's just unfortunate that he just did his last movie in like last year. I hope he do more movies.
Right,
And, but time goes on. His legacy, is legacy. He did his thing. But I think he's
right.
a great actor when it comes to action. Um, it's so many, man. So many. It's hard.
That was two. That's two.
Let me get one.
Bruce Willis and Denzel. That's deep. I like that.
Um,
Definitely the truth. Sixth Sense was my shit. What?
Robert De Niro, because I definitely
Hmm.
Heat is definitely a movie that Heat is definitely a
He
lot.
is a classic.
Heat, because the only reason I like Heat because it brings a decision. It's like life is all about your decision making. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you this decision or you make that, and the results.
Exactly. Cause and effect. He ain't never lied. So he
Robert,
said, "Get
um, and these is right off the head type joints. Um, I even like Ice Cube, man, when he got the right movies.
ooh,
Um,
that was a sneaky one.
I even like Ice
Denzel, Bruce Willis, Robert De Niro, Ice Cube.
Cube.
That's very versatile. All three of those picks, or four of those picks.
Yeah.
You got one more. Who would you say?
Did I say Leonardo DiCaprio?
No,
I said,
you. That's my guy.
yeah.
That's the perfect perfect finisher. What
Yeah.
about like when it comes to writing your material? Do you write your material or freestyle it or both?
I kind of do a spectrum of both. I have a thing that I like to freestyle rap. So freestyle rap is basically,
I was talking about your movies though.
or oh, like the movies. Um, so
Same thing, right?
oh yeah, 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 yeah. So all right, yeah. So I write movies like I write music. So basically, like, all right, if I'm freestyling a scene on set, I can do that in like a couple minutes. But um, when I'm jotting something down and I got a
Right,
whole, some of the script may be robotic to the person that's trying to say it. So I'm trying to
right,
formulate it to how they say it. So but verbatims, I definitely want to write down. I write a lot of my stuff down. A lot of my stuff. Or
right,
just come up. Me and an actor or actress have so much chemistry. I can say something on the drop of a dime and they can just pick it up. You know?
right,
So it's all about the chemistry and the preparation. As far as actors and actors, some actors they just get me. We have a long conversation, go on a set, and they just get it. Some
right,
people a little bit more work, but it only comes like that thing only comes around every 5 years. I feel like the chemistry I had with Nas, Tunk, and Gunna was remarkable.
mm.
Um,
Rest in
and
peace to all three of them. It's crazy.
never live because it's like Nas, man, he just wanted to learn, man, and it just made me want to learn more too and get better. You know, it was like sharpening up each other, but it was no competitive nature. It was just like, I believe in what you got going on. I'm putting my
Right,
trust into you. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody put their trust into me, it's like when you swimming and they tell you to lay back, the swimming instructor,
right.
and you just floating. You know, so it's kind of like that
It's a
for
yeah, way more easier when you have a coach or guidance, and you got a natural ability and natural talent. Those two together, the chemistry of that is amazing. And no Diddy, but as far as Puff Daddy, he had that talent. They could, it reminds me how you create, like you know how to find raw talent and you know how to coach it. And it's like a gift and a curse is a bittersweet because like when people really being they self and they live in a real lifestyle, but it makes magic on the camera or when you come in to make, as far as making music, you get
yeah,
some real authentic music or authentic acting when you
mm,
pick the people that's really about what they're portraying on the camera or on the music. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I get from Corrupted Minds. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That experience was deep. Those guys was really about what they was acting about. You know what I'm saying?
And not saying that they wanted to be that, but it was just so like
No,
they was, you know, it was talented
kind of make
individuals.
that transition.
But I was like, all right, yeah, we want to try to create this poison and use it as a weapon to get out of the situation. That was the,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Turn your poison into medicine, indeed. Use it as therapy. They was on their way because they definitely all had talent, like all three of them.
Definitely, definitely. But yeah, man, and coming and I got a lot of young actors that I'll be working with in the near future. Real promising. And that's the beauty of this thing, man. You know, life goes on, but I feel as though people that pass, they live through others that comes in your life due to the craft that you're still in. Um,
Right.
and it's made for that, the purpose. So, and you know, I was definitely in a bad headspace about, you know, corrupted minds, trying even putting it out in theaters, man. It was like it was a lot just to not see him there next to me. You know,
Right. Right.
it was crazy to me. So, you know, the little success that came up out of it, um, you know, I appreciate it, but it would have meant so much more with my guys, man. So much more.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, real rap though. What
But yeah,
about like what you about to say?
no, but yeah, we back at it. Part two, Corrupted Mind, part two.
Like who's the main actors in those in Corrupted Minded too that that you see special like that?
Um, well, part
I mean,
two.
you really don't know until it's finished and then that reaction from the public for real. So I don't even want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, real rap. But what I actually so my favorite I really feel like Jump is doing a good job because he was in part one. He had a small part and now he's getting more filming time. So he's really stepping up to the plate. For like Mayor, I seen Mayor in the film. I seen the film he was in and I actually seen it. And I was like, I want him in my film. So when I actually
Right,
to him, it was like I already knew what he was gonna bring because I was like, all right, I know what I could do with you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Mir, even and I stepping up. He's stepping up and
yeah, but
everything.
a lot of people. I was talking to you about this off camera. A lot of people you're dealing with now have been taking acting classes. This is just not
But
like the
yeah,
beginning.
yeah, a lot of people are working with now taking acting classes. They investing into their
Right.
career.
So I want everybody to know that's out there that want to be in the Corrupted Minds or Gutter Films movie. Like he just can't hire his friends. He was doing business with people that's really get craft serious nowadays. It's very important. You know what I'm saying? That you come ready and prepared. Like,
and they
yeah,
invest into their career.
right. That's a
So
big thing. That's a big thing.
that's a plus. You know,
Hmm.
because if you're
Right.
not,
Yeah.
thing
My
is,
fault. Go ahead.
yeah, the thing is about it is like it's a plus because whenever you in a game or in anything, you never want to be a cherry picker and wait for the ball to come to you. You want to actually be in the game, be in the
Right.
mix.
Create momentum. Don't wait for it.
Yeah. What you about to say, Gus?
I was about to say, like, what about the grass is greener? Like, when did this come about? This idea.
Grass is Greener came about. It was really like last year. I thought about it, and I always wanted to create a drama that was romance drama. Um,
Right.
and everything comes from a surreal place, and definitely I took from past relationships. That I experienced, that I heard about, that
That Mac influence.
So
It's time to start tapping into that.
yeah, so I just incorporated all that, and I created a series of writing. I kept writing, and I actually liked what I was writing, and I just kept going.
Right.
So people see it, they was interested in it as far as making it a TV series. Um, I jumped the gun a little bit of, just doing it by myself, but the future is always wide as far as with business. I just want to show what I always can do by myself because I never actually had a full production of like the mic person. And, I do a majority of these movies by myself,
And that
right?
reminds me of Tyler Perry and 50 Cent and Dame Dash. Like I really feel like they self-driven. You know what I'm saying? And Spike. I mean, everybody we named, like John Singleton, Quentin Tarantino, they didn't have no really production in the beginning. And it's like now that they're on, it's like they still like to work on their own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Um, yeah, because it's like you gotta put yourself in um a position to create your best work. You never want to put yourself out of the frequency of doing your best work. So yeah, you probably get with this team and doing some production with them, but it'll probably take you way longer of
Because you
content.
putting your vision and your creativity in somebody else's hands.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And
And nobody gonna see it like you see it.
some people need that because it's a safety net, and a
Right.
lot of people live off a safety net. And I feel like in this business, in this line of business, is a leap of faith that you have to take. And if you don't take the leap of faith when you have the momentum, you can be in a limbo of things.
Right. Real
Yeah.
right. Like if you had out of your five senses, taste, touch, smell, sight, and hearing. If you had to eliminate one, if you had to, which one would it be?
Hmm. It might what it would have to be smell.
Then you can be able to taste your food.
Yeah, but it's like I feel like even when you taste food, it's like you kind of smell it because you it's in somewhat of a way because you taste chicken. Right? You really don't need to smell chicken.
when I say Zeke Butler to you, what does that mean to you?
Oh, Z Butler, it is what it is.
What? Real rap. Like,
Yeah. Definitely a high caliber MC that when I was raised coming up, he definitely put a lot of impactful influence into the culture of rapping in that time. But yeah, like it's a very real good artist.
right.
Um, I just learned from, like even like what you said about my cousin Lee Scott. Um, and I remember what Mayweather said. He took a lot of things from people and incorporated it all in one. You know.
Exactly. Yup. So if you had a choice between saving or investing, which one would you pick?
Um, so hard because it's like when you save, it's like you got the itch to try to invest to get more.
Right. But if
Because I
you had a
mean,
gun in your head, if you had to pick one, you got to pick one.
yeah, because it's like if you sit on a work, you know, it will never get sold, But it's like
Right.
saving to me, I feel like it has to be a discipline, and I believe if I grasp the concept of saving, and it all goes back to you're not missing anything.
Right.
'Cause I'll be thinking, oh, I'm investing by going out and showing, doing this, or I'm investing, or I'm saving by staying in
Right.
and get my steps a little bit more.
You got to pick one. I know because you could benefit on each side. So which one?
6'7".
Right. Like,
uh, yeah, I would have to go with saving.
for real?
Yeah,
Damn.
saving is gonna give me a little bit more leverage to invest.
Right. Right. Now that you older, like what do you look for in a mate and a significant other?
And other people,
Or a significant other? Your better half, a female. Like what do you look for in a woman?
no woman, peace,
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew
peace,
you was gonna say that.
unconditional love, peace, love, respect, unconditional love,
Right.
and someone that I can constantly learn from. There's always teaching me a lesson, even when I think I got it figured out. I'm always getting taught some in some type of way. It could be
Right.
negative, it could be positive. A person could be cussing me out. A person could be, you know, however they deliver, I learn, So women, I feel as though I need a woman nowadays. I feel as though if they pour into themselves, that's what, yeah, a woman that's pouring into themselves. Because
Right.
if you let yourself go, what do you have for a relationship? What more left do you have? And
Absolutely.
it's all good and dandy, just to be by yourself. Everybody was born by themselves, but when you sacrifice yourself in a relationship or a tie bond, or a family, it has to be unconditional. It has to be
Right.
happy. It has to be compromising. Because we already live in a world of control. So when a human being try to do it to another human being, as far as control,
Yeah.
it could be a cause and effect, and a domino effect that leads people to detach from each other. So
Right.
Yeah, just
Just
pouring it yourself. You
an
know,
accident waiting to happen. That's what the crash out term is about. Everybody like they ready to crash out is everything you just said. I mean, chemical imbalances. You know what I'm saying? If two people get together when they both when they learn themselves, then they have a better reaction, better effect. Like so, you want somebody that know themselves just like you know yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact.
and
Bro, I don't want.
it's
Go
like
ahead.
you start to learn yourself with different people. You know, and sometimes people don't learn themselves to their body self. You know, you be in a relationship just because it's a safety net.
Which is the perfect place to learn yourself by
Yeah,
yourself.
by
That's a
yourself.
fact.
And then it's
Take the
like
time.
that saying is, "Oh, you getting me out of character." See, man, yeah, you're right. You're getting out of character because, oh yeah, you're this, but I wasn't this when I was by myself.
Right,
Bringing you out of character. You know what I'm saying? So people just got to know themselves and know people triggers and not try to trigger it. You know.
right. Before we get out of here, let people know what you got coming up, man. What you working
Um,
on?
I got the
And what
soundtrack.
you what you and what you looking for? Definitely what you looking for. Yeah.
Got the soundtrack coming out. I'm looking for a lot of artists, R&B female artists, R&B male artists. I'm looking to do a compilation musical. You can email me at my Gmail, DM, Mill Gates, DM, Gutter Films. Looking for all types of talent and in all angles, lights,
Absolutely.
cameras,
Right,
internship.
right,
I
right.
want to learn mentorship. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah. Yeah,
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate your time, man. Our hour is up. I could go on all day, man, but I think we have some good content. Real
yeah.
rap. I appreciate your time.
You already know, cuz.
Milladelphia Gates, East Coast Ave down for the back block, Philadelphia mascot, aka the damn guy. What? Dayum! With Gutter Film signing off. Yahtzee.